Cristiano Ronaldo was once told he wasn't talented enough, not by a rival, not by a pundit, by his own teammates, who used to make fun of his accent and call him the Islander because he came from Madeira, a place most of Europe couldn't find on a map. The most relentless winner the sport has ever produced started out as the kid nobody wanted to sit next to at lunch. Here's how it actually works. Let's start with the basics. Madeira is a small Portuguese island, far out in the Atlantic. Ronaldo grew up there in a household with no money to spare. His father worked as a kit man at a tiny local club, cleaning boots and looking after equipment, not exactly the launch pad you design for a future global superstar. But at 12 years old, a top academy in Lisbon, Sporting CP, spotted him and offered him a place, which meant one thing immediately: leaving home, alone. At 12, no parents, no friends, no safety net, just a dormitory, a new accent to defend, and a ball. Here's the part most people get backwards. They assume he was simply born better than everyone else, faster, stronger, more gifted. That's the popular version. It's also wrong. Inside that academy, coaches will tell you plainly, there were boys with better first touches, boys who read the game more naturally. What Ronaldo had instead was something quieter, and far more dangerous, an almost pathological refusal to accept good enough. So here's the real mechanic. Talent, in football, isn't a finish line, it's a starting position, and Ronaldo treated his starting position as an insult. While other academy kids went home after training, he stayed, extra sprints, extra representatives, free kicks, alone, until the floodlights switched off. He didn't out-talent the competition, he simply refused to stop working before they did. Same pitch, same hours in the day, different relationship with rest. Now here's the why, the part that explains everything that came after. Football has always rewarded raw gift in the short term, a flick here, a moment of magic there, but over a 20-year career, gift alone fades. Bodies break down, reflexes slow. What doesn't fade, if you build it properly, is conditioning. So Ronaldo did something almost nobody else in the sport was doing at the time. He treated his own body like a long-term engineering project. Diet, sleep, recovery, muscle composition, all of it deliberate, not chasing flair, building a machine that simply wouldn't decline. Which brings us to the moment that almost ended it all before it began. At 15, doctors discovered his heart was beating irregularly, a condition that, left untreated, could have finished his career, or worse. The fix required a minor heart procedure. Most 15-year-olds would have been terrified. Ronaldo's reported reaction was closer to mild irritation that training would be delayed. He had the procedure, he recovered. And he kept going, because stopping had never actually been on the list of options. By 17, he was starting for Sporting's first team. By 18, he scored twice against Manchester United in a friendly, and did it with such ease that United's own players walked into the dressing room afterward and told their manager, in no uncertain terms, to sign him immediately, not eventually. Now, United agreed. The transfer happened that same summer, and here's the twist, the detail that gets lost in the highlight reels. Most athletes peak, then fade. Ronaldo's story refuses to follow that script. He didn't just sustain his level into his 30s, unusual enough on its own. He kept adding to it. 5 times voted the best player on the planet, the all-time leading scorer in Champions League history, trophies across for different countries, for different leagues, for different sets of expectations to meet from scratch. The habits built at 12, in a Lisbon dormitory, never actually switched off, they just kept compounding, which brings us to right now. As you're watching this, Ronaldo is at the World Cup, his 6th, a feat no man has managed before him. He's 41 years old. Still wearing the captain's armband for Portugal. Still holding the men's all-time record for international caps and international goals. Whether you like it or not, the kid mocked for his accent has spent 2.5 decades quietly rewriting what's considered physically reasonable for a footballer's body. The one trophy that's eluded him, the World Cup itself, is still out there, and at 41, he's chasing it one more time, because retiring without trying didn't make the list of options either. So here's the whole picture, reassembled. A poor kid from an island nobody could place, sent away at 12, mocked for his accent, nearly stopped at 15 by his own heart, told, repeatedly, that he wasn't the most gifted in the room. None of that mattered, because gift was never the engine, obsession was. He didn't wait to be the best, he built it, rep by rep, year by year, until talented stopped being the word anyone used about him, and relentless took over instead. No shortcuts, no off-season, no finish line. That's not a flattering footnote to the story, that is the story. The game didn't change, you did. You're welcome. Subscribe if you like this, it really means a lot.